Good morning and slightly in afternoon. Judy Allen here, San Antonio, Texas. And today it's all about keep it simple or step it up. And we are using items that you get on the last chance and they're on sale right now. So if you like it and you want it, you better go get it before it sells out because it ends at the end of this month. All right? Or if it sells out first. So let's go down the hands and let me show you what we're going to do. This is one of my favorites, and that is the stack and shuffle. So I'm using the Like an Animal designer series paper, and I've got it listed actually in the comments there. And then I'm also using the painted labels dies, which is this is really, both of these are on sale right now because they're going away end of the month. Whoop, whoop. So there you go. So the first one that we're going to do, I'm going to put this aside, and we're going to have some labels here, and we have some labels here. So I've already pre-cut the stuff that we're going to use for our stack and shuffle. So why it's my favorite, it's a great way to use paper, beautiful paper. So when we stack and shuffle on the first stack here, we're just take the first one off and put it behind it. This one here, we're going to take the top two. And see, we don't even really have to think about what we're creating for cards. This is 3. And here's our cards. This is what it's going to look like. All right, so let's do it. We can go with, we're just going to use adhesive. So what I did with this is I just used both sides of 2 DSPs to do my stack and shuffle because they're both pretty and they're both easy to use, right? So I'm just going to sit up here and line it up here. So it's up to you whether you want to leave a gap or not. Sometimes I do and sometimes I do not. And yes, we're going to put adhesive over the back of this foil right here, just like we're doing right here. And we're just going to keep on going, right? And this way, when we use the 4 sheets like we do here, and we do the stack and shuffle, we get 4 cards out of this every single time. So yeah, if you're out there, be sure to say hello. We always like to give away door prizes at the end of the month. Sometimes we do it on Fridays too. Just depends. Just depends how the time is going and how we can sit there and do it. But we usually let people know in advance, right? We can do a freebie Friday. So we are due for about one. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yes, so this is just quick and easy. And that's what I like about this here is that all you got to do, you don't even have to think, right? From the aspect of the biggest thought you're going to put behind this is which DSP paper. So it's always easier to use this from the same pack, right? We're just going to make this first one very simple, and we're going to show you how we're going to step it up. All right, so I'm just going to put this on with adhesive, and then I'm just going to put around, go ahead and put the circle on here with dimensionals, and then this card is done. So we're going to do a total of 4 though, because I'm going to sit there and I'm going to show you how we're going to step it up. And we have choices, right? It's all about choices. It's all about different color of paper. So yes. Yes, if you're out there, be sure to comment. It's always good to be commenting, right? So you're not out there, so you know people are looking and watching and checking it out. And seeing if you like it, you know. So I'm just going to stick this one right here, and then you know what? We're going to bling it. So what I like about the brushed ones is any of these can most likely go with it. I am going to go with the gold because I'm using gold. Yeah, I think I was going to use my fingers like that. Okay, so I do have some other ones too that I could easily change it out. We'll see when we get to the other colors. So there's one. All right, let's go on to number 2. So same thing. We just got 4 easy cards. So if you've got a stash, a designer series paper sitting there, and you're saying, what can I do with it? Get it out. And we're going to cut it, okay? So if you want to know what the dimensions of this was, the original dimensions of the designer series paper that we cut here was 4 by 5 1/4. All right? And let's see if I've got my handy dandy notes to tell you the dimensions we're cutting this with. Let's see what we got right here. So this one's actually at 2 3/4 inch wide. So this when you look at these 2 pieces right here, they are 2 3/4 inches wide, and then this is just the remaining difference of the 4 inches, right? And then what you do with this shorter side here, I'm almost out of tape, When you do the shorter side here, is you sit up here and you cut it at 2 inches. And just by doing all that little bit of difference is what gives you this nice look. It's nice, quick, and easy. We practiced on this the other day. It was like, if I did this slow and easy, I wouldn't have any issues. So, it goes to show you that if I just slow down just a teeny weeny bit, go a little bit better, okay? Now this one here, I'm going to go ahead and step it up, and the way that I'm going to step it up is I'm going to add this right here. This is from that painted one that I showed you a minute ago. And I put the chocolate brown here, and then we're going to put this right on top, okay? So we're still going to use dimensionals. Now I'm going to put dimensionals by this, so we're going to give this a little bit extra height. So so we're stepping this up, we're stepping it up with layers. Stepping up with layers, bling, gold. You can do it with all those different things. You can do it with the brush metallics. I like the brush metallics. So the gold is, you know, what I think is best goes with this right here. And we're going to just do the same thing we did before, except we've added now another layer, right? So if you wanted it simpler, just do it like we did the first round, right? We're not going to add anything to it. It's just a matter of we put a little bit of gold behind there. Oops. So that's all we're doing. Then we'll come over here and get this on here. Oops, it stuck to me. And then we'll just put it right here. Oops. There we go. And then we'll put some bling on it. So let's see if we like any other color here. See, I think this one most probably would go okay with it. Just sort of picks up the brownish colors there. Just leave it right there. And we could put one down here as well too. Okay, so there you go. That is number 2. Now let's do the third one. Oh yeah. So see, you're going to get the idea here as you go through here, because you're going to see, if you're looking at the clock right now, you notice it really doesn't take us that long, right? And if it's like me, if you're like me, I like to pre-cut some of my stuff in advance. When I say that, if I'm going to get my die cutter out and die cut something, I'm going to die cut several, right? I'm not going to die cut one, usually. There are times, I'm not going to say never, there are times when I don't, but usually I sit there and do more than one. Just makes sense, right? If I've got my die, if I have to move my die cutter over here and do it, I might as well just do more than one. So you're going to see that we're going to have 4 beautiful cards. It's quick and easy in a very short amount of time. So I would tell you to get out your paper trimmer, any paper that you have that you've been wanting to do something with and you haven't done it yet, and do a stack and shuffle. Quick and easy. And let's see, so if you did a 4 by 5 1/4, you can easily get 6 cuts out of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Okay, so I'll help you with some math here. So we can get that out of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Okay, now this one I changed out the colors, all right? The other one I had was very vanilla. This is crumb cake. You'll have to let me know what you like best. This one I'm just going to go ahead and put it down directly instead of up on dimensionals. And again, right, it's when you sit there and step it up, it's all about how many layers do you want. And I like this because you can still see the pretty paper behind it. And then I've got 2 colors here, just to see what we look like here. So we're going to put the gold here, and then we're going to put this right here. And it just steps it up, right? We just keep on stepping it up. Okay, here. So if gave you a tip, the tip would be is get your die cutting machine out and cut as many as you want while you get it out. Every different paper, like I did more than one paper. The other thing I did too that really is nice, quick, and easy is if you have a circle punch. So I do have some circle punches, and so I got to punch these out. So that was real nice, quick, and easy as well too. So it's just, you know, what you want to do. Now, I don't think I'm going to use this. So it's, you know, one thing is if you're going to try something out, just lightly put it on. It's not like stuck there. Okay, now I think this would be just fine as is. Let me take this up just a little bit though. It looks like it's a little bit crooked there. I'll move that up and I'll rotate it just a little bit because I sit there and I've already put this down. So I'm just going to rotate it just a little bit. Okay. And so you'll have to let me know. I enjoy doing different colors. I think these, because they're metallic and everything we have on here is metallic, I think it's just fine. But you'll have to let me know. So there's card number 3. And card number 4 will just be simple. Because that's all I have left. It's just the stuff to make it simple. So we're going to put this on here. And we're going to have 4 easy cards made within 15 minutes. How about that? So multiply that by 4, and I'll tell you how many you can do in 1 hour. Let's see here. I want to make sure I didn't mess that up. Okay. Yeah, so sometimes right as you do it, you're thinking, did I turn it wrong? Well, all you got to do is, the nice thing is just line up your paper to see. Okay? And that'll be your cue. That's always the easiest way to tell. And the other thing is, I always like to sit up there. Another thing, just a tip, is I like to sit there and shuffle my stuff around first to see how it's going to look like when I lay them out. And that way, if I don't like the order of the paper and the way it's looking, I just move the papers around. So that's just another tip that you can easily do. If you say, I don't necessarily like that layout, then just rotate your papers. And what I mean by that is you know, you have them stacked 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, if you don't like the way it lays out when you go and stick these on here, then just reorganize it so that when you shuffle it, it comes out the way you want. So I actually did that today because I actually wasn't crazy about the layout when I did my first card, and I thought, well, all I gotta do is shuffle the paper, turn the paper around, right? Instead of it being 1, 2, 3, 4, make it however order you want it. But it's the easiest part, right? Just getting the paper around the way you want it. And then it's just easy from there, like, 'cause it's already cut, and it's shuffling it and getting the look. All right, so this one's just going to be easy because this is what I have left. And then we'll go back and recap what we just did. And I do like putting this up on dimensionals, right? Because it really just makes the paper stand out. It makes the, right, we're doing monogram as well too. I should have added monogram in there. So this is the classic letters. They are not going on clearance or anything. They're in the new catalog. If not in the new catalog, they're in the online exclusive. I think they're going to be a new catalog. I don't recall offhand. But they're just a great way to sit up and do some monogram note cards, right? And then we'll just put some bling on here and we're done. And we got 4 beautiful cards ready to go. Now you will, right, on the inside, I'll put some 4 by 5 1/4. Very vanilla on the inside to stamp a message, right? Or handwrite a note or whatever. So let's take a look at what we did. So here, we made a couple of simple ones here. All we do is just put our bling on here. We use the gold to really accent that and do this. These, we actually went and die cut and stepped them up with it bling and the gold. Here we used an early espresso with this on the very vanilla, and this is crumb cake with gold and the very vanilla. Just to show you how you can get 4 different looks, right? Just by making a few changes. So I hope you enjoyed that, right? Because it's all about creating, sharing, and giving. So I hope you share this with others and go out there and create something and give it away, right? That's the main thing. Make someone's day by creating, sharing, and giving. And if you enjoy this, please be sure to follow us not only here on Facebook, but we're out there on YouTube where we post our videos, post our photos of our cards on Instagram, and we're also on Pinterest. So be blessed. Have a wonderful day. And if you like these products, go out there before they're gone because they're on last chance now. And it'll only be there till the end of the month or if they're sold out beforehand. All right. See you next week on Keep It Simple or Stamp It Up with Judy Allen here in San Antonio, Texas. Bye.